What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. Family, make sure you select all notifications. Otherwise, you may not get any. Now, when you select all notifications, you're getting all of my notifications, not anybody else's, just my notifications. Unless, of course, you've selected all notifications for other YouTubers. In any event, I'm going to do a few shout outs and then I'm going in. Let's see who we got here. I see Trey Brown. What up? What's good, Dallas? Legend of Terrell Gaming. What's up? Sounds like a business. Miss G. What's up, Miss G? Chosen 11. What it do? What it do? Tickled Pink. Louisville, Kentucky checking in. And DJ Morris Mays is checking in from Detroit. I'm going to come back to the comments, but let me give you the report. So, family, let's talk about an uncivilized mutt. Let's talk about an uncivilized mutt. There he is right there. Yeah, there he is. So, we have a family of a woman who allegedly was stabbed to death by her husband, and they're questioning the delay in HPD's response time. The family of Robin Simpson, who police say was stabbed to death by her husband last month, is shedding more light on her murder. According to investigators, the brutal attack took place in front of the couple's 8-year-old daughter. Family members continue to question whether the police arrived in a reasonable time frame. ABC 13 submitted an open records request to uncover those response times. But guess what, family? Houston police said they don't want to release the information right now. In a letter to the Attorney General's office, HPD argued that releasing the information could impede the investigation. But Eyewitness News plans to submit a counter argument. Michael Simpson Jr. is currently in jail. He's facing charges for the murder of his wife and for an aggravated assault on his daughter. Did I tell you she was 8 years old? Addie Farrell, Robin's mother, said that her daughter was stabbed over 60 times. I've heard reports that she was stabbed over 100 times. And family, after all the stabbing, it's reported that this dude cut out her heart. Cut her heart out of her chest. Investigators say that he stabbed her to death inside their home on the south side of H-Town. The mother said that she asked the coroner for pictures before they had to cremate her because her daughter's body couldn't be embalmed because, get this, family, he destroyed all of the arteries. The body could not be embalmed because he destroyed all of the arteries. Police say the couple's 8-year-old daughter watched her father stab her mother over and 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 over. Now the girl lives in Philadelphia, where the family is from. According to a family member, she still wakes up about that time that it happened because it is in her head and she is here with her family, and we are all supporting her. That's what Robin's mother said, actually. After stabbing Robin, investigators said Simpson Jr. stabbed himself, but he recovered. Simpson sounds like a perfect name for a simp. He's a simp, a son that's a simp. On the scene, police said that they did not enter the home until Robin's daughter ran out and said, "Daddy is stabbing mommy." The family is questioning whether there was some kind of delay in the police response. That is what we are talking about. While the cops were still standing outside, Robin was being stabbed repeatedly. The family is terrified that Michael Simpson Jr. could post bond. Bond, which was set at $340,000. You'll only need to put up 10% of that to be released. I mean, 10% of that is $34,000. Not a weak number, but it's a fat number, but it's attainable. We don't know what connections he has. You don't know what savings he has. So it's possible that he could be released. Obviously, the little girl is fearful of her dad getting out of jail. She says every day to her grandmother, "I pray my dad never gets out of jail." Actually, that's what Melena Hatcher, Robin's sister, said. This guy is due back in court on January 11. Family, you know how we talk about sleeping with the enemy? Robin Simpson was sleeping with the enemy. If we are to believe these reports, Michael Simpson Jr. is the enemy. This is what I want to know, family. How is it that we continue to have these type of cases every day? It's so many of them that you try, if you're in the business that I'm in, you try to ration which one you're going to cover. It's so many of them. Husband killing wife, wife killing husband, wife killing mom, killing all the kids killing mom, the kids killing grandma, grandma killing the mama and the daddy, boyfriend killing daddy of the girlfriend, girlfriend setting up her parents to get knocked off by her boyfriend's friends. I'm talking like family. How do you wake up and see people every day that you live under the roof with, that you have created a life with, that you have a life with, that you go to events with, that you share your dreams and aspirations with, that you sit down daily, that you've sat down with for hundreds of times and had dinner with, breakfast and lunch? You looked in these people's family members' face. You sat at their mama and daddy house, sat at the table and ate their food, enjoyed their entertainment, sucked in the air, warmed by the heat. How do you birth a child? How do you plant a seed that brings about life and then destroy that life. Family, I submit to you today, we are living in a time where we are surrounded by uncivilized mutts. These uncivilized mutts are pervasive in every area of society. You can't shake them. They're everywhere. All day, every day. Uncivilized mutts. So how do you mitigate the danger? Protect your energy, family. Pay attention to the warning signs. I'm sure before he stabbed her to death that he beat her many times. I'm sure before the beatings there were insults. When people insult you, people that say they love you, are supposed to love you, when they insult you, usually the insult, it's almost like an engine revving up. Like, it's got to reach, one level before it gets to the next level, before it can just push it out. The insults typically come before the physical abuse. And even before the insults, it's usually raised, aggressive voices. They're, talking tough, right? The threats. At first sign, it's time to book, or else you rolling the dice. The longer you stay in a relationship with an uncivilized mutt, the more that uncivilized mutt believes they have a right to control your body. Usually, if you meet an uncivilized mutt, and that uncivilized mutt from day one, you meet them and they say something crazy, that's the time right then and there, before they, get their superpowers back from your affirmations. It's time to book, get up out of there right then and there. You can watch a person's behavior. You can look at a person's history and make your decision right then that, hey, look, now cute, fine, sexy, this and all this here, whatever, got some paper, look at it, but that person is toxic. I don't want those troubles. Man, do you know how many women I've turned down? I mean, beautiful women that I've turned down because they were toxic? Because I knew something about their history. I already knew they were unstable. Now, deal with that other dude. Let the other dude, it ain't a woman on this planet that is pretty enough to steal my joy. I'm not going to allow it. I'm not doing it. Go to the hospital. Get yourself fixed. I ain't trying to fix you. Go get fixed. I'm not finna deal with it. I'm not finna let you steal my joy. You're not draining my energy. Go let somebody else fix you. I suggest that women do the same thing. Stop trying to fix these men. Let them go out there and get fixed. Let them beat somebody else's head in and let them come back and get the best version of them. Then you get the best version of them. Let them go destroy somebody else's life. Let them go be irresponsible with somebody else. And when they get it together, then perhaps you'll give them a shot. You out here trying to fix somebody. Now you catch all the hell, you catch all of their wrath. And then after they run you in the ground, make your life miserable, leave you as a single parent, talk to you like you nothing, steal your joy, run your friends off, distance you from your parents and your loved ones. Now he with a new chick or she with a new dude, and they getting the best version of them. Now they saved. Now they saved and now they got it all right. But you was the training ground. Now you let somebody else be the training ground. I ain't gonna be that person. I'm not gonna be that person. Get your shit together. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Some of y'all pain freaks. Some of y'all like, well, you know, if you can't take me in my bad times, you can't take me, you don't deserve to be with me in my good times. That ain't what it means. You got people that like to make them type of statements so that they can excuse bad behavior. Now, good times and bad times mean, look, I like you, you like me, I respect you, you respect me, and we come together, and now we're trying to build something together. And then in the midst of that, maybe we run into a rough patch. You lose your job, I lost my job or something, we struggling together, or perhaps, you know, I got sick and now, you decide, you know what, I like you, I love you, you know, I feel responsible for taking care of you, so I'm going to take care of you. I feel obligated. I'm going to do this. I feel duty. I feel it's my duty to look out for you like you've looked out for me. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about good times and bad times. We ain't talking about bad times, motherfucker walking up to you, busting you in your eye. So you got to stick it out. Don't let nobody trick you like that. Love ain't supposed to hurt. See, we don't hurt the ones we love. We hurt the ones we should love. Oftentimes. Talk about sleeping with the enemy. How do you stab the woman that you're supposed to love, your wife, the woman that you have all this history with, the woman who you share a child with? And how do you claim to love that child and bring so much brutality against their mother? That child, in almost any situation, is still going to love their mother. It's like Pac said, even though you was a crack fiend mama, you always was a black queen mama. See, I come from that era. No matter how mama was, that was still mama. That was still the person who risked their life to bring you into the world and nurtured you and sheltered you and did whatever they could for you, did something for you. Maybe they didn't do everything right by you, but they did some things right. But just idea that's mama. See, and I do believe that's why a lot of people don't get their blessings. That disrespect. At disrespecting mama, disrespecting dad. And I ain't saying that all mamas and daddies are good people. I'm not even saying that they don't deserve some disrespect. But you got to measure that. You got to measure at what cost do you put that disrespect out there and how it comes back. Because I'm going to tell you this, fam. I seen it. Most people that I know that disrespect their mamas and daddies, they have a tough life all the time. They shit be rocky. Stay rocky. They always have bad luck. A disobedient child shall not see all of his days. And I ain't even no Bible thumper. But I know some things do make sense. There is a connection to some ways that we move in the world, some of the things that we do, things that we say. Y'all can call it karma if you want. But I'm just saying there's certain things that you do, certain energy you put out, you're going to get it back. Going into the comments. What's up, Brandon Nuance? Miss Candace, what's up? Turn that cap lock off. Shannon Epps, what it do? Linda Davis, I see you. Hebrew of Hebrews. Reggie Burnett. What's up, Robert Morris? Miss Jazzy in the building. What's up, Miss Jazzy? Show Miss Jazzy some love, fam. She gonna regulate the chat. Chosen 11. Stacy, what up? Dwayne Solomon. And fam, look, if we are to believe what's being reported that dude really cut out that woman's, not just stabbed her 100 times, not just flipped and stabbed her, but if we are to really believe that he actually cut that woman heart out, that ain't the type of person that should be on the streets. It take a special kind of mentally ill person to do something like that. That's the type of person belongs in a cage. That's the type of person that should not be living and roaming amongst the civilized. Local authorities, the courts, have a duty. The prosecution, the prosecutors, the number one job of a prosecutor is public safety. That is the number one job of a prosecutor, public safety. Now you tell me, how are you keeping the public safe if you're letting out, if you're giving a person a chance to get out of jail who has been accused of cutting the heart out of another human being? That's a special kind of evil. By the way, this article, this story was first brought to light to me by Dr. Boyce Watkins, who has a friend, an associate, who is or was the friend of Robin. Yeah. So there's a direct connection there. So, he asked me to cover the story. And, I looked at it and I couldn't believe it. But then again, I could believe it, but it's really messed up, man, how some of us treat human beings. It's really messed up how some of us treat the people who we are supposed to love. How evil and diabolical we are towards people we're supposed to love. The best thing dude could have done is just bounce, just dip, man, just dip. But that's a dude that got low self-esteem, that really don't care about himself. He don't really see, it take a dude that don't value himself to throw his life away. See, I value my life, so I ain't gonna throw it away. Not over no woman. I ain't gonna throw it away over nothing. You know how slow you got to be to kill somebody that you think is unworthy of you? They don't want to be with you. I don't know all the details, but I'm sure it's somewhere down the line of either not wanting to be with him anymore, maybe there's another dude in the picture or whatever. But you know how slow you got to be, how much low self-esteem you got to be to throw your life away over somebody who you feel is unworthy of you. It's like the mass shooters who hate everything. They hate black folks. They hate Jews. They hate gays. They hate this. They hate that. And then they go out and mass murder a bunch of black people who they think is beneath them. They say it's beneath them, but really they kill them because in their mind, they're really above them. You see, saying that they killed them because they hate them and they think that, you know, black people, what's wrong with America, that's a defense mechanism. And that's the excuse that they use to try to get some sympathy points and try to get some money put on their commissary from the other uncivilized mutts. What it really is that they do it because they are envious of black people. They're not living the life they want to live, so they need somebody to blame for it. So, like a lot of people who are not critical thinkers, they're easily influenced by these hate mongers, many of them who are members of Congress, many of them who are radio hosts, bloggers, YouTubers. So they listen to this rhetoric, that evil, hateful rhetoric, and because they slow up top, easily influenced, they hear what they want to hear and they go like, yeah, and they get mad and mad and mad till eventually they just pop. And they got to pop because they got a little brain about the size, you know, brain about the size of a grinded flaxseed. Incapable of a rational thought. So take a gun out and go out, take a gun and go out and just indiscriminately just kill innocent people. Not fit to live amongst the uncivilized. I mean, not fit to live amongst the civilized. But there's most of the time there's warnings. Usually they post certain stuff on social media, and the police don't do anything about it because a lot of the police are uncivilized much too. A lot of the police are gangsters. A lot of the police are Klans members, Proud Boys, Nazis, racists, women beaters, rapists, extortionists, everything you could think of. That's right, I said it. What's up, Stacy? I gave you a shout out earlier. No Limit, what it do? Curtis Van, what up? What's up, Juan? Is that Juan Larios? Jack Johnson, what it do? Tim B. Lima. Truth Seeker. What's up, Pamela Hamilton? Pamela Hamilton, now you need to you need to marry somebody with the last name that start with D. That way you can have a PhD. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You know, acronyms mean something, you know? Letters mean something. I wake up with a W every day. What's up, Landra? Mandy Devers. What's up, man? Jamarcus Trunk. Jimmy Banks. Loretta, what it do? Stephanie Coates. Brandy Nuance. Is it Brandy's birthday? What's up, Brandy? Happy birthday. Crawford family. George Paul Jr. What it do? PC Crowley. What up? 513. Microchip. Elaine Sutton. Society's foundation and value systems are non-existent. And it's always been like that, family. It's just, just over time, all of it just continues to corrode, like it controls just little by little. It corrodes. So it's always been like that. It's just more pronounced. Every year that goes by, it's just every day, it's just more pronounced. What's up, Eddie Wilson? Eddie Wilson in the building. Eddie says our justice system is not working properly. Well, one might argue that it's working just as it was intended to work. So y'all got to understand, fam, the justice system really ain't about justice. The justice system is about control. They really don't care about the people. They don't care about it being people being shot and murdered and raped and robbed, and they don't care about that stuff. They don't care about kids being educated and all that. That's job security for them. Murder, abuse, fighting, conflict. That is job security for them. They don't really care about us. They don't really care about themselves either, because they'll sacrifice themselves. They'll sacrifice levels of their own safety and security just to get to the bag and to maintain control. That's a small price for them to pay to maintain control. So what they do is make sure they have top-notch health care, make sure they have top-notch security where they live, make sure they got a gun. They just try to make sure that they're not eating that poison in that food that they know is in there. They know that poison is in that food, so they make sure their food come from over here or come from over there. But meanwhile, we're on our own. We got to figure it out. These people don't care nothing about you nor me. They don't care. We're on our own. Yeah, Yee, what up? This whole Democrat and Republican stuff, it's all a ruse. It's just them going back and forth, and we picking sides, Democrat, we pick a side, Republican. Man, I'm telling you, family, they all on the same team. All of these years that Black people have been in America, from slavery on, I'm not talking about before slavery, but from slavery on, all of these years, both parties, they've either been Democrats or Republicans. Whatever happened to black people, whatever happened bad to black people, one party, it happened with one party in power, and it happened with the other power, it happened with the other party on break, having some power. One party having most of the power, the other party having some of the power. But guess what, family? It always happened on both of their watch. It was either on the Democratic watch or the Republican watch. So when you hear Republicans say, well, y'all get what y'all get because y'all don't vote for Republicans. Well, Mr. Republican, Miss Republican, everything that's happening right now bad with black people are happening on your watch. Just like it happened on the Democrats' watch. It has always happened on one or the other's watch. Always. Nothing changed. It happens on one or the other's watch. If you want, okay, Democrats are brainwashed. Blacks are brainwashed to vote Democrat. Well, if you want the black vote so badly, why don't you, here's an idea. Check this out. This is just something I just thought about. I just thought about this. I ain't never thought about this before, but I just thought about this in the last few seconds. How about going out of your way to acquiesce to black people's demands and concerns, give them aid, give them something, and I'll guarantee you black votes today, like that. Black people start, because black people don't want to vote Democrat. And a lot of black people don't want to vote Democrat, but the Republicans do too much F shit, you know. I don't know why I said F shit. I should have just said the whole thing. But they do too much stuff. You know, for example, they make Klansmen, they won't denounce the Klansmen. The Democrats denounce the Klansmen, but they still Klansmen themselves. But at least they'll denounce. You know, they got the, you know, the Democrats got the lie and the symbolism down pat. They got it down pat. Republican, they're crud. They don't care too much. They don't mind. They cater to the uncivilized mutts of the Republican Party. They cater to, you know, the unhinged, the crud, the uncivilized, the uncouth, you know, of society, of, you know, the conservative society, you know. So they make the Klans members feel comfortable in their party. The Nazis are comfortable in their party. All of the bottom of the barrel of white society, you know, is comfortable in their party. So they welcome them with open arms. They won't denounce them. A lot of them, you know, they vote. My point is, both parties are trash, and both parties are in cahoots. Everything going on, not just with black people. A lot of white people think these people like them. They don't like y'all either. They're using y'all. Y'all pawns just like black people are pawns. You Hispanic people out there, y'all are pawns just like whites and blacks are pawns. You Asians are pawns just like blacks and whites and Hispanics are pawns. Y'all are pawns too. They don't like y'all. We're all being used in different capacities to serve the oligarchy. They don't care about you. Every year, we hire more and more police officers. Every year, people feel more and more less safe. I'll give you a test. We can do a test right here, right now. How many people feel safer today than you did 10 years ago or 20 years ago? Now, keep in mind, we got technology. We're supposed to be smarter. Technology has advanced. Our minds are supposed to have advanced, and we know more than we did 10 years ago, 20 years ago. How many people feel safer today? I'm talking to everybody. How many people feel safer today than you did 10, 20, or even a year ago? Thumbs up if you feel safer, thumbs down if you don't feel safer. Give me a thumbs up if you feel safer today than you did last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Give me a thumbs up. Thumbs down if you don't feel safer. I'm seeing all thumbs down. This tells me, and I have a diverse group of people who follow this channel. I got people on this channel from all backgrounds, all ethnicities are represented on williedlive. All professions are represented on this channel. I got politicians, I got members of law enforcement, and I ain't talking about the ones that are just spying. I'm talking about members of law enforcement that support this channel. I'm talking about, I got teachers, I got educators, I got people that are first responders and lawyers and doctors and bus drivers and clerks. I got all kind of people on this channel following this channel. That means that's telling me that we got more in common than we got different. We got more commonalities than we have differences. The number one issue facing everybody right now, the number one thing that all of us worry about every day that we wake up is public safety. That's our number one thing. Everybody worry about safety. Safety. You walk in your house, you're shutting the doors, you pulling up, you're looking around. That's whether you broke or got money. You riding like this. You looking, you got your head on a swivel. It says public safety. Worried about your kids at the school. That's the number one concern you have about your kids, that your kids are safe. You want to make sure they're safe. When you're driving, going down the street, you get out the car, you go into the store, you're safety, 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 safety. Get into the house. I don't care what community you live in, you're locking them doors. Make sure the doors are locked. Security is on, system is on, everything's on. Then you're inside, and even when you're inside, you hear a noise, you're thinking, what was that? What was that? Don't matter how much money you have. That's what you think. They done bamboozled all of us, man. We got more commonalities than we have differences. But they gonna hit us with and they're gonna make us play off of that. And they're gonna make us play off the youth, the old and the young. They're gonna play the old and the young, the black and the white. They're gonna play the rich and the poor. They're gonna even play the cities, the states against each other, the cities against each other, the neighborhoods against each other, the blocks against each other, the schools against each other. Everything in America is a rival. We got enemies everywhere you go. People, it's dudes in the penitentiary in Texas that ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. But dudes from Houston and Dallas can't get along to save their life. And they be beefing over Cowboys games, Cowboys and Texans, anything Texas, anything Houston, the people that live in Dallas and surrounding areas hate. Anything, any Dallas team, the people in Houston and surrounding areas hate. And ain't neither one of them getting a quarter, ain't getting a nickel. Some dudes have died in the penitentiary fighting over Houston Texans, Dallas Cowboy games. Fighting over Houston Mavericks, fighting over the Dallas Mavericks and the Houston Rockets games. They got us good, man. They got us good. Everything that go on here that we all hate, that we hate collectively, from the way that they allow poison into our food, to the way that they spy on us on the internet, to the racial conflict in this country, it's all been manufactured by the government and the U.S. mass media. It's manufactured. And everything that go on, the Democrats and the Republicans are at the table and they trying to figure out how much each one of them gonna get for themselves. Okay, well, I'll give you this, you give us this. Well, give me this and I'll give you this. It's an exchange of goods and services. You give me this, I give you this. I vote for this, I vote for this. You vote for this, I vote for that. You gonna give me my vote, I give you that vote. It's that few hundred people just, it's all about them. It ain't about us. Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, if you're running for a seat in office, the seats wield the same amount of power. It's the same amount of power and it's the same salary. No matter if a Democrat sit in that seat or a Republican sit in that seat. It's the same amount of power, it's the same influence, it's the same salary. All of them sit at the table and they sit around talking about what's in it for me, what you gonna get, what I'm gonna get. Now, every now and then you get somebody that's good, that come in and they try to make change. And that's a hell of a thing to try to be up against, because you can get killed. You know, get too close to helping the people for real and they'll kill you. First of all, they'll try to just outvote you. They're just gonna come together to try to outvote you. Get too close to really helping the people and they'll kill you. Become an educator. Go into the school system. If you're a teacher, get too close to helping the children if the children really like you. Why is it that oftentimes the teachers that the students like the most end up losing their job? But the teachers that the students can't stand, that they don't like, they keep their job. The union be fighting like the union fight tooth and nails to make sure that they keep their employment. Become one of those principles of excellence where you go in and you turn a bad school around. They're going to try to figure out a way to get rid of you. The school board. Oh, they like her. Oh, she over there shining. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? What are these records? What is this? What is this? The test scores are rising. They must be cheating. Let's take a look at that. Let's look at her. They start trying to find something on that principle so they can get rid of them. because they don't want the children to achieve excellence. They don't want the children to win. A lot of them people that's working on the school board, people who are working for the Board of Education, they are horrible people. Horrible, horrible people. This is why they will take money that is needed for a school that might be struggling and give it to a school that has a surplus of funds. This school over here need that money the most, but they'll give it to a school that has a surplus of funds. Why would they do that? Why would schools in Houston, why would the superintendent in Houston turn the libraries into detention centers? I think most people with common sense would say we need more libraries than detention center. I mean, you can find a detention center. Okay, maybe you need a detention center, but you can have an annex building for a detention center. You could turn an old storage facility into a detention center. You don't have to get rid of the library. You can have both. You can have a library and a detention center. Why would you get rid of the library? Because they don't want the kids to know how to read. They don't want the kids to know history. They don't want the kids to know how to research. That's why. I used to love going to the library, man. The library opened my mind up. You know, just when they say reading is fundamental, it really, really is. And it opens your mind all the way up. Just going and walking in that library, is something about that library too that make you more focused when you go into the library. And you look around at those titles on the shelves and stuff, and you look and you find that book that you're looking for. And sometimes you discover a book that you wasn't even looking for. You just kind of come across something, or you see somebody reading something and it looks engaging and you ask them about it. You know, that's an experience that a lot of kids are not getting these days. They don't want them to get that experience. See, because that's job security. They all working together. Education board, the prison system, the judicial system, the judges, the prosecutors, even the court-appointed attorneys. They're all working together to make sure that the kids don't succeed. Now, why are they teaching biology, something that is not necessary to survive? But they won't teach conflict resolution. Why would they do that? Why aren't they teaching credit repair or just credit maintenance? Why aren't they teaching the kids about finances? Okay, we got it. We're going to start with math, but let's take it a step further and teach the kids about finances. Teach them about home ownership, investments. Why aren't they teaching the kids that type of stuff? That's what they need the most. Why aren't they teaching that? These people are diabolical, family. They don't care about you. I don't give a damn what your race is. They don't care about you. They're using you. Yeah, why aren't they teaching these kids land ownership, entrepreneurship? Why did they purposely take out vocational courses? When I was in school, you could sign up for vocational courses and you could learn welding, you could learn carpentry, you could learn painting, you could learn HVAC. These are skills that kids can have that can give them hope when they're 14, 15, 16 years old and they trying to figure out what they're going to do. They already know, okay, they might decide I want to do something bigger than this, or at the very least, they know I can take this skill and use it to fund my lifestyle and take care of my family with this skill. Last year alone, family, I spent about $40,000 with my electrician. Just last year alone. That's what I did, just me, and he had other clients. So can't tell you how much money I spent painting, tens of thousands of dollars. Painting, these guys make a lot of money. Painting, HVAC, welding, electrician. These guys make crazy loot. Plumbing, oh man. Why would they take that stuff out of the schools? Because they don't want the kids to be self-sufficient and independent. They want them kids to be out in the streets, robbing, killing, looting, acting a fool, shooting. So they can put them in jail and give them 15 cents an hour to work. So they can control their bodies. That's why they do it. And our job is to make sure that we thwart the plan, that it don't work out. That's our job. Make sure our kids don't get caught up in the trap and that we don't get caught up in the trap. Maureen Stein, what's up? LG, I see you. Judge Dredge. Judge Dredge said everybody getting rich on YouTube. Everybody ain't getting rich on YouTube. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. There's some people got hundreds of thousands of followers or subscribers. They ain't making no money because they demonetized. Everybody ain't getting rich. In fact, most of the people that jump on YouTube jump right off because once they put that video out that don't get a lot of hits, they get discouraged instead of going on, understanding that it's a numbers game and they should keep on moving forward, keep on doing it. If you got something going, just keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. And, you know, you'll probably hit. Almost anything that you do, if you're consistent with it, you'll be successful with it. And almost anything, no matter what it is. Even if it's something bad. If you keep on doing something, if you're consistent, you'll probably be good at it. I mean, you'll probably be successful at it if you keep on going. Who is that? Merlin Pridgeon? Merlin Pridgeon. Okay. Light. What it do? What's up, Jose? All right, fam, that's my time. Just to recap, we're just having a discussion about this family who had a loved one, a woman who was allegedly stabbed to death by her husband, and they questioned the delay in HPD's response time. ABC 13 submitted an open records request to uncover those response times, but Houston police said they didn't want to release the information right now. Now, here's something that I do know about the police, fam. When the police got the information and it'll make them look good, they can put it out the same day. They're going to drop it the same day. They're going to put it in your face. They don't be saying no stuff about, oh, it could hinder the investigation. They don't say stuff like that. They put that stuff out the same day. I mean, quick. But when they got something to hide, the information is slow to come out, or it may never come out at all. So this is a story of Robin Simpson, who police say was stabbed to death by her husband last month in Houston. And they say allegedly he cut her heart out of her chest, stabbed her multiple times. Robin's mother said it was over 60 times, but there's other reports that are saying that it was closer to 100. And that's still, I guess she's still right, it's still over 60. But in any event, this allegedly happened in front of the couple's 8-year-old daughter, who is now living with family in, I believe it was Philadelphia. Let's see, where's the kid? Yeah, she's living with family now in Philadelphia. But the family had a big problem with this guy being given a bond. Michael Simpson Jr. was given a $340,000 bond. He'll have to pay 10% of that before he's released. Needless to say, the little girl is traumatized. The aunt says that she has nightmares about the day that it happened, and she wakes up around the same time that it happens, and she's terrified. I don't see how somebody can claim to love their child and brutally murder their mother. That don't make sense to me. See, I'm a person, stuff got to add up to me, and that don't add up to me. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Till next time, family, no more talk. And I will be, I don't know why I said that, but I will be dropping another video today. But until then, no more talk.